Anything interesting?
Those are the meanest looking birds I've ever seen. Even if they are...
It was idiotic. They would have killed me.
And you returned anyway. You couldn't face the thought of so many innocents dying for something you could prevent.
Tell that to the Viscount.
It's frightening, isn't it? To realize you have the potential to be a better person.
I had hoped to find you. Unlike the rest of the Baz filth in this city, the Arishok considered you Basalit An. Many Qunari fell in Kirkwall when we departed. I am sent to gather their swords. If you find a Qunari sword, return it to me.
What do I get if I bring one to you?
It is reward enough to complete a worthy task. But if you crave gold, that can be arranged.
Don't you want their bodies, too?
Their husks serve no purpose. The weapons shall satisfy a demand of the Qun.
I'll keep an eye out.
You will find me here. Have you located any Qunari blades?
This is what I've found.
Do you require gold for this task?
I'm not doing this for the money.
Very well. Have you located any Qunari blades?
I'm still looking.
Captain?
Clothing from here to Antiva.
There are so... many... things. I don't even know what any of it is.
Catastrophe has struck, partner. We are ruined. Ruined!
It's always something with this mine.
A cart came back from the Boon Pit, half-wrecked, with a dozen mangled bodies. The horse pulling the cart was the only survivor, and it does not speak. Town full of rotten mages, and not one can get answers from a horse.
I'll check it out. You keep interrogating that horse.
I knew I could depend on you. Just like old times, partner.
Hello again, Hawke. Or should I call you the champion?
done.
Captain?
Meredith needs to calm down.
She believes she's right.
Ah, the champion of Kirkwall. Your reputation precedes you. Forgive me. I should introduce myself properly. My name is Nancio Caldera Lanos. I am a noble from the beautiful country of Antiva.
It must have taken a lot of practice to say that all in one breath.
It's mostly to impress the ladies, I assure you. I've come to ask your help, champion. Hiding among the Dalish is an elven assassin I've been chasing for months. He's a master manipulator who will endanger even his own kind to ensure his survival.
You don't seem the type to hunt assassins. Why are you after him?
At first, it was merely a duty to Antiva. But after losing so many good men to him, it became personal. He's nothing but a murderer, a thief, and a liar.
You want me to use my wily ways to find out where the Dalish are hiding this elf?
That is part of it, yes. This elf is very dangerous, and he must be brought in before he kills again. I've heard of your dealings with the Dalish. I was hoping you could go where my men could not. Find out where the assassin is hiding, and apprehend him.
I'll see what I can do.
One of the Dalish, a woman named Variel, is a friend of his. I suggest speaking with her first.
We won't be here when you get back. We got a campsite outside the city. Look for us there.
Clothing of all kinds.
Corv, what's brought your sorry ass up to this part of the town? You're not nearly as selfish as you...
That's his room over there.
Are you ready?
Yes, I think so. Now, this needs to be convincing. And you'll need to get creative. Call me names, even hit me. Stick with it, no matter what I do. Velasco's a clever son of a bitch. If you waver, he'll notice.
I'm worried about you. You're enjoying this a little too much.
I am, aren't I? Whatever you do, just make sure he takes me to Castillon. I'll leave a trail for you to follow. Let's go.
I think you and Isabella can handle it from here.
All taken care.
What? Get back here, you... skittish bitch.
I hope you have a good reason for interrupting my private time.
I brought you a new plaything. She's much less timid.
Are you insane?
You should see the look on your face.
This wasn't the plan. We were going to kill him.
Shut up.
Oh!
I've waited a long time to do that.
I'd love to finish the job, but Castillon will never forgive me. Castillon will be pleased. He's been looking for Isabella for some time. A token of our appreciation. It's more than she is worth.
Well, I hope Isabella leaves an obvious trail. Wait, what am I talking about? Isabella's never subtle.
I'm just here.
Welcome back, champion. What can I provide you with today?
Give me the royal treatment.
You deserve nothing less, champion. Enjoy yourself.
Back for more?
I was thinking of changing my hairstyle.
Looks like the trail Isabella left. Looks like the trail Isabella left.
you can! Duck on the fireball! For freedom! My magic will destroy you! Destructive forces of nature coming up!
This belongs to Isabella. trail leads to Lowtown.
Justice doesn't let me get drunk anymore.
Making the world a better place! Together! I'm your worst nightmare! You messed with the wrong mate! Say your prayers!
I was going to say something about being fond of that house, but who am I kidding? It makes Undercity look nice.
Must we come here? I hate these alienages.
Isabella's leading me to the docks.
You messed with the wrong mage! Destructive forces of nature coming up!
think it's a coincidence they picked a prison to house their mages.
Traveling with you is...
Let's finish it! Never taunt a mage! This is my favorite part!
I can handle that. Just work of a moment. Traps ahead.
Why don't we work something out? If you're good, I'll tell Castillon to go easy on you.
Contrary to popular belief, I do have standards.
You're going to do whatever I want. I own you.
You sure about that?
You! I knew the bitch was up to something! Kill them!
Velasco sent word to Castillon. He's on his way. Let's look around first. I want to know why he's in Kirkwall. Should I give it a go? Start. Tread lightly around here. You happy now? You're such a slave driver. So Castillon's looking to expand his slaving business. Why am I not surprised?
These documents should go to the guard. We'll at least arrest his accomplices.
And Velasco told me you were all tied up. A lovely present just waiting to be opened. I see he's paid for that little mistake. What a pretty smear he makes. Well played, Isabella. Crossed and double-crossed.
You want to talk? Maybe we should talk about these documents. Slavery in the free marches? They're not going to like that.
Get to the point.
Give me your ship, and your word to leave me alone, and you can take these papers and go.
If you want the ship, can't we just kill him and take it?
You don't just kill a man and take his ship. That's crude and amateurish. How will he tell everyone how I bested him if he's dead?
Can you trust him? He trades people for money.
Castillon's a businessman, and this is a business deal. He'll keep his end of the bargain.
Ah, Isabella. Always full of surprises.
I see I wasn't the only one played today. Give me the documents, and you can have the ship. And you will never hear from me again.
Swear it.
I swear it on my mother's grave. Give me the documents.
You've made your decision, Isabella. Do as you wish.
The ship is yours. Let me say, my dear, that you would make a remarkable ally for any man able to tame you. Our business is hereby concluded. Forever. Be well, Isabella.
This is going to come back to bite you. You know that, right?
I've got the fastest ship on the ocean. It's got to catch me in order to bite me.
If you're looking to sail off, I think the sun sets that way.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Yet. I owe you all this, you know. I've got a feeling something big's about to happen. Knowing you, you'll be right in the middle of it. I wouldn't miss that for the world. Come on.
I'd run if I were you! Mentor, give us May the dread force take you! Destructive forces of nature, coming up!
Alone in the dark, and that's how we like it.
Don't ask what...
comes from, and you'll get the best. That's what you want, isn't it? sick as sin. But I outlived the Viscount.
I'd kill for some food. Again.
I'd run if I were you! Run while you can! Oh, this will be fun! I'll show you why mages are feared! Destructive forces of nature coming up!
Your bodies.
Destructive forces of nature coming up!
Meredith's gone a bit mad. I hear she sees enemies everywhere these days.
Nonsense. Meredith's the best thing that's ever happened to this city. She keeps us safe.
If you think that was bad, I should tell you about the Black Marsh.
See, when you say things like that, Blondie, it just makes me glad I didn't know you sooner. Who goes to a place named Black Marsh on purpose? Now, if they called it Beer Marsh. No, still doesn't work.
You've got a point. The marsh part does cancel out anything else. Flower Marsh, Kitten Marsh. No, no good. Ah, you've got company. I'll see you later.
Hawke, what can I do for you?
What was Anders here for?
Only place in Kirkwall he can get a decent drink. Blondie comes by here and I put him on my tab. He's got some stories about his days in Ferelden that sound implausible, even to me. He's not bad for a mage. Crazy, but that's most everyone in this city.
I wouldn't say no to a pint.
I should make you buy the drinks, O champion of Kirkwall.
So, what's the word in Lowtown, Varric?
Nothing you don't know already. The Viscount's departure, a vacuum of power, troubles brewing. Get rid of one thread and another appears. I'm starting to think this city's in love with Crisis. Hope you're ready for it, my friend. I'm keeping Bianca close.
A Starkhaven called for its lost prince, Sebastian. Would you give up if the city has moved on?
Like Ferelden moved on after Kalen.
You've been reading.
It's a good tale. I'm inspired by the Warden Alistair. But I doubt that's how you see me. I don't intend to let anyone die restoring me to my place, Aveline. The risks are mine. And that will have to satisfy.
It was well said. I give you that. We'll see.
The whole city's getting so hush-hush these days.
My mother used to say that there are a lot more mages now than when she was a child. I think it's the lyrium in the water.
I removed another bunch of lowlifes.
And many are grateful as always. I take my leave. Enjoy, champion. Courtesy of the Friends of Red Jenny.
Like everything from eating...
I can help with that.
...is a lot less complex than it...
Done.
Need a little special something for that special someone.
This ale isn't as good as it used to be.
It would...
Never good. Oh. Well, maybe I'm not as drunk as I used to be then.
I found this amazing hat shop in Lowtown. I think I need... a bath. Do you think I need a bath? I think think I need a bath. Do you think I need a bath?
A face to forget, but do I know you, Kunari?
Talvashoth, once of the Wounded Coast. I had left my fellows. You convinced me to turn on them. It was long ago. I am now Maras, mercenary of Kirkwall. Time has been kind to your name, champion.
Does Maras mean something?
It means nothing. I have no role, except for what I choose.
Is that good or bad?
It just is.
So, interested in some work?
Yes, but not with you.
Why?
I do not work for those with titles. They do not have jobs, they have causes. When you stand for more, more stand against you.
Do I have to worry about this old scar?
I felt no kinship to those dead when they lived. You pushed, but the killing was my choice. It led to many more, for many reasons. So no, you and I are not enemies.
I'm surprised to see any Kunari or Talvashoth in the city.
The Kunari died with the Arishak, as they believed they were meant to. Many Talvashoth were also killed, just in case. Time has calmed those fears. Now I am hired as much for my appearance as my skill. Life is comfortably empty. I see the appeal.
Farewell, then.
Panehedan, Sira Hawke.
You've had enough.
I hear.
Are you loyal, Prince?
Guard Captain?
To Kirkwall, are you loyal? You're set on a title in Starkhaven, but we're having a crisis here.
This isn't just a Kirkwall concern. If this chaos spreads, Starkhaven will need a strong ruler to beat back the tide.
I've seen greater men than you use that excuse.
Noted and ignored, Captain.
What would you say to an exciting trip to Orlais? I hear the Grand Cathedral's lovely this time of year.
What?
You were right. The Divine will be taking action against Kirkwall, though the sister didn't say what. You must take the holy relics from the Chantry and leave for safety.
Sebastian, I'm surprised at you. Andraste would not thank me for saving a few dusty finger bones and my own skin at the cost of people's lives.
You keep dead people here?
The Kirkwall Chantry has guarded the remains of the martyr Devrina for 800 years. They must be protected.
When I became Grand Cleric, I took a vow to the people of Kirkwall and the Free Marches. I will not leave my flock.
Would you let yourself die?
There is no greater devotion than to lay one's life at the Maker's feet. There is no better death than to take the blow for another.
You don't hear that one quoted often, do you?
Please, Your Grace. Sister Nightingale thinks there will be war.
Then, I must make peace. Settle yourself, Sebastian. I'm in no personal danger. I am Grand Cleric. Who would dare attack me?
If you will not shield yourself, then I will be your shield. You will come through this safely by the Maker's name. I swear it. If Althena won't leave Kirkwall, neither will I. I can't abandon her when the Divine's own agent warned her away.
How much damage could a few dozen angry mages do, anyway?
That's the problem, isn't it? Far more than I ever could. But if these Maleficarum rebel against the Knight Commander, Althena will put herself between them and be torn apart. I must try to make her see reason. This cannot end well. Althena still won't listen. She's determined to ride this wave.
I hope you haven't come to try to talk me into leaving again. Kirkwall needs a steadying hand on its reins now more than ever. Orsino and the Knight Commander grow more fractious by the day.
Oh, come on. That wouldn't have been half as fun without an audience.
If they had come to blows, this whole city might have erupted. I've been talking with them both. Orsino is not an unreasonable man. Surely a compromise can be reached. I hope you haven't come. The Viscount lies dead. I will not leave my people to bear the price of war between the Templars and Maleficarum.
How can you have so much faith? Does nothing bother you?
You're bothering me.
The Maker left us to our own devices generations ago. He's never going to step back in, start listening to our prayers again. He's gone. Doesn't that...
I like the Chantry. He's a merciful lord. He could have destroyed our world when we failed him, but instead, he gave us a chance at redemption. Should we not be joyful?
To those who hunger, food. To those who thirst, water. And to a brother in need, aid. Do this in the Maker's light shines.
The Chantry should do more in their town.
Have you located any Canary blades?
This is what I've found.
If you find more, bring them to me.
The bar at the Blooming Rose looks
Master Hawke, I must speak with you. You're the only one that can help. The Wardens mounted an expedition to retrace your route through the deep roads to discover whatever it is you found years ago. It's a fool's errand, and my poor brother is with them. Nathaniel Howe.
Nathaniel? Well, put me in a dress and call me a Templar. How is the old boy doing?
He's missing, Sirrah. Haven't you been listening?
I'm not worried about Nathaniel. He's crawled out of worse places alive.
I take it you and Nathaniel have some history?
Certainly. We were in the Wardens together in Amaranthine. Hordes of darkspawn, psychotic broodmothers. Usual Warden business. I wonder if Nathaniel ever found a sense of humor.
Why were Wardens interested in our expedition?
Maker help me, I have no idea. My brother never tells me these things.
Wardens range into the deep roads all the time.
But he's been gone far too long. Something terrible's happened. I'd tell the Wardens, but by the time I reach Vigil's Keep... my poor brother...
Do you know any other details?
I know almost nothing. Nathaniel never speaks about the Wardens. It was only happenstance that I heard your name mentioned. Please, go back to the deep roads. Find my brother. You must.
Good. Carry on.
I don't wander around Hightown much. I sort of stick out.
Pardon me.
Good. Carry on.
Nathaniel Howe.
You're the champion of Kirkwall, aren't you? And us.
Making friends as always, I see.
There's no escaping you, it seems.
I'm special that way.
That's one way to put it.
Delilah says you followed my expedition's route. Why?
You went further into the deep roads than anyone believed possible. The first Warden himself ordered this investigation. I was offered a generous share of the salvage, plus extra coin up front to discourage any curiosity.
It looks like you met heavy resistance.
After the Warden Commander spared the Architect, we thought the ensuing struggle among the Darkspawn might make the deep roads safer. The Warden's allies assured us these tunnels would still be mostly clear, but it seems they were wrong.
They seem to know a great deal about Darkspawn. Are these allies dwarves?
No, not dwarves. It's complicated. Let's just say we live in strange times.
Who is the Architect?
The Architect was the first of the speaking and thinking Darkspawn. Very dangerous. He spread his gift to other Darkspawn, the Disciples. Fortunately, their numbers are few.
I don't remember drawing anyone a map to the Tig. Who told you about it?
An unfortunate dwarf named Bertrand. We weren't sure his information was reliable, but contacting you or Varric was deemed risky. We feared you might return if you learned of our interest in the Tig.
We should bring your sister the good news.
I cannot leave now. When we were attacked, I was separated from the rest of my expedition. Some of them may yet live. We must go deeper into the tunnels to rescue them.
Who else could be alive?
Some wardens survived the initial ambush. I think the dwarf we brought from Vigil's keep survived. But who still lives? Only the Maker knows.
We have survivors to find. Let's go.
Crawling through blight-infested tunnels, rescuing wardens in peril. This is what I signed on for.
Protecting the foolish from themselves.
We should move. Stay alert for Darkspawn.
This is my favorite part! Teach you to mess with a mage! You mess with the wrong mage! Die, bastard!
Master Hau, you live.
Temerin, good man. Are there any other survivors?
Hopefully up ahead. Well met are strangers in the belly of the earth. I hope Sir Fenley won't mind, but I set up the explosives here and there. Figured I'd blow up as many of the spawn as I could before I embraced the stone.
How did you manage to get Kunari explosives?
These aren't Kunari explosives. They're Dwarven-made, and don't you forget it.
Temerin's cousin Dworkin made the explosives back in Vigil's keep.
Aye, and that he did. Before the sudden Kunari forced him into hiding.
What were you doing with these explosives?
We were prepared to do extensive excavations around the Tig you found.
A few well-placed booms prove most efficacious at clearing rubble.
These explosives could kill a great many Darkspawn.
Temerin, the way behind us is clear. Send word to the Wardens in case we don't make it.
Aye. I've set explosives all along the tunnels. Blow up as many of the sodding spawn as you can. Luck to you both.
Bethany?
Is that really you? Why would you come back here if you didn't have to?
You know each other?
He is my brother.
A little smile for me, sister? It's been years. I've missed you.
If I let myself miss you, and Carver, and Mother, I couldn't go on. It's better not to feel.
I won't try to cheer you up then.
We don't have time for this. The Darkspawn approach.
My magic will destroy you! You messed with the wrong mage! Never taunt a mage! You really have a shot! My magic will destroy you!
For the first time since I've been down here, I don't sense a single Darkspawn. We've won. The route to the surface should be safe now. Because of you, I will see my sister and nephew again. Please, take this with my blessing. I apologize I couldn't answer all your questions. You may have them yet in the fullness of time.
Stay safe, Nathaniel.
You as well.
So your tranquil solution was hardly the Holocaust you imagined.
You've been seeking revenge for the death of one family for as long as I've known you. Are you honestly judging me for trying to save the lives of every mage in Thedas?
But they were never threatened. It was a single man's lunacy. The Chantry would never follow through with such a thing.
Yet. I suppose you're just thrilled how the Knight Commander's basically stepped into the Viscount's seat.
She can't stall the process forever. It's not her place. Leaving the Council empty will just tempt people to fight for it. It will cause more trouble than it prevents.
Well, you've got a brain in there after all. I was convinced that headband was to keep it from falling out.
Still don't know what the big tree is for.
Champion? It's Leah. Do you remember me? You saved me from that murderer when I was a kid. Sorry, Captain. I don't mean to.
Not at all. Go on.
I wanted to say thank you. I wasn't thinking straight the day you saved me. That monster deserved what he got. Captain?
Dismissed. She joined the Guard a few months back. She's got a good understanding of what we're up against.
I think I need a bath. Do you think I need a bath?
Nonsense.
I found this amazing hat shop in Lowtown.
Hawke should do it. Kirkwall needs a Viscount.
Have you asked him? It would be Hawke's decision.
I watched my parents in Starkhaven. When times are good, the city rules itself. Years could pass and no one would notice who's prince. But when there's famine, when there's war, people look to their leaders. Who does Kirkwall have beyond Hawke?
This is probably a conversation for the two of you to have.
You want me to be Viscount?
Andraste said the Maker is king in the heavens, but it is the kings of Thedas who must recreate his worldly glory. I keep thinking about that. Who better serves the Maker? A brother of the faith, or a prince who can sway a whole city?
You'll never know what the right choice is. Might as well just make one.
Althena is risking her life by not deserting her flock. Could I do the same? It's been 15 years since I lived in Starkhaven. The people there are only a memory to me. Kirkwall, the Chantry, that's real. That's where I belong.
You're a man of faith, Sebastian. You would have hated politics.
You're probably right. Bootlicking nobles and bickering farmers, I'd have sent the whole lot to do penance. I do appreciate you hearing me out. You've been a good friend, Hawke. I will stay, as much for you as for her grace.
Knight Commander Meredith's got a bit mad. I hear she...
You're here? Good. I wanted to talk to you.
So when do I get the grand tour?
Haven't you already... Oh, you mean my ship? It's not fit to be seen. Castillon had an obsession with mustard-colored satin. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Saves me the trouble of having to go look for you. I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I'm glad you walked in here all those years ago.
I was drawn in by the intoxicating aroma of stale piss and vomit.
Now that I have my ship, I'll need a new crew. And I'd like to have someone like you on board. Someone I can really trust, who has my back, no matter what happens.
Exploring the world and getting away from all this. I'm game.
It'll be you and me chasing that horizon. I can't think of any place I'd rather be. I'm sorry. I don't know what's come over me.
What's going through your mind?
I think I'm falling for you. Just tell me, Hawke, if I have a chance with you.
Didn't you say love wasn't for you?
I know what I said. And I know why I said it. You were right. I wasn't afraid of love. I was afraid of being loved.
Promise you won't run off and break my heart.
I won't if you don't give me a reason to.
Nonsense. Meredith's the best thing.
Surprise.
I see.
Sometimes people get things for other people they like. This is the part where you say thank you.
I know that, you goose. Don't you know what this is? It's a Ravani fertility talisman. These petal-like shapes represent certain fleshy bits. And this protrusion is... well, just look.
You're an expert on Ravani talismans, are you?
My mother was a Ravani seer. Or, rather, she pretended to be. She knew enough about the old tribal practices to put on a convincing act. She used to hand these things out to women all the time.
I knew it was a little crude, I just thought you'd appreciate it. You like vulgar things.
Well, yes. Books with bawdy poetry and pictures to illustrate, but this is something else. Ravani women would wear these, so that their wombs would be fruitful and their marriages blessed with many children. Or when they wished for... love.
Who needs love? I was just hoping for plain old lust.
Lust. Lust I can manage.
Templars make any more trouble.
That stopped with Jevon, as your extra shipments. I can, and I have.
Just don't ask where... anything came from.
Backbone of the city, and all we get is shit from Hightown.
Never seen the like of that Canary ship, and that was just the wreckage.
We'll be glad to be back on the waves.
Balfour Lane next. The further the better.
You've had luck on your travels? No attacks, no disasters, no...
You know, you play Diamondback better than my cousin Vidar. You wag your tail whenever you have a good hand, though. Might want to watch that.
Is it brilliant or horrible that you play Diamondback with my dog?
All I'm saying is he'd be up more than 2 sovereigns if he watched his tells. My Uncle Emmett has a whole pack of rat terriers who play every week. They're a cutthroat bunch. You've got a long way to go to be their quality. Now don't take it bad. You're still better than Anders. Coming to the Hangman later?
I'm... making... Don't miss. You like the shiny?
I've been keeping everything clean.
Anything interesting happening around?
And the lake is scary.